Welcome back. Donald LaPointe of Edmonton. You could win the ultimate $25,000 home theater package from Vision Electronics if a kickoff is returned for a touchdown at tonight's game. Thanks to Safeway's touchdown to win promotion, and if a second kickoff is returned, you could win $1 million. Off we go to the Rogers Center to call the game tonight. Gord Miller and Matt Dunnigan.
And before the game, there is the celebration. 1 year ago, the Toronto Argonauts lived a dream season, capturing the CFL's 100th Grey Cup championship on their home field in front of primarily their own fans. And then a couple of days later, a celebration through the streets of Toronto, and a party that continued on for several months. But then the work begins for this season, and a number of the players who were part of that Grey Cup championship for the Argos last year have moved on, as this club once again goes through a period of renewal. We'll see a number of new faces here tonight. But before all of that, there is one more chance to celebrate that championship this evening with the Grey Cup on hand and the ceremonial presentation of Grey Cup rings to Grey Cup MVP Chad Cackert, to Brandon Isaac for the defense, and Chad Owens, the reigning CFL most outstanding player.
June 1st on.
And then that left only one piece of business, and that was to recount the rings and all they mean. 139 diamonds on them, one for every year of the Argos' existence, 16 of them around the Argo logo, indicating each of the team's Grey Cup championship. And that left only one piece of business remaining.
You fans are part of our family. And tonight, we unveil the 100th Grey Cup banner in your honor.
And so the 2012 Grey Cup championship is officially history for the Toronto Argonauts. And now the work of 2013 begins with the team's home opener. And why not have it against their arch rivals and historic rivals, the Hamilton Ticats, who last season got off to a great start and then wound up missing the Canadian Football League playoffs. They were knocked out in the final weekend of the season by the Argos, Matt Dunnigan.
Absolutely. You're looking at Scott Milanovich, head coach with the Toronto Argonauts, reigning coach of the year, well-deserved. Made all the right moves last year. Brings 8 years of CFL coaching experience into this contest. And Ricky Ray, 11 years experience. This guy absolutely shouldered the load last year like no one I've ever seen before. Called on to do a job, hired gunslinger, and he delivered big time. Welcome back, Ken Austin. We've missed you. You've been down south for 4 years at Cornell, and we've really missed you. Boy, this guy lit it up when he was a quarterback in Saskatchewan. Won a Grey Cup there as their head coach, and certainly won right here in Toronto. And he's got great talent to work with. Going to his 15th year. Henry Burris, personal highs last year. Phenomenal numbers. Just needs a defense to go along with it. Boy, it's going to be a great year. You're looking at 4 quarterbacks here, 2 head coaches, 2 studs in the league. I'm like a pig in you-know-what, Gord. I'm having a good time here already.
Argonauts won the toss. They've elected to receive. And so Luca Conji will kick off for the Hamilton Ticats. We'll have to begin 2013 by dethroning the champ. The Argos won 3 of the 4 meetings last year, including the last 3 in a row. And Chad Owens, the busiest man in the CFL last year, is back deep to receive the kickoff, along with Joaquin Iglesias. And Toronto's Grey Cup defense is underway. This is Iglesias, has a man step in front of him. And the kickoff returned by Nikos Brown, who steps up, and the Argos with good field position will start at their own 27-yard line with Ricky Ray at the control.
Oh, and he's got a plethora of weapons around him. Not big in stature, but boy, they play big. Chad Cackert, phenomenal, Grey Cup MVP. Finished strong last season. Chad Owens, what more can you say about this guy? He does it all. Expected to do even more for the Argonauts this year.
Starters to watch brought to you by Napa Auto Parts, where custom advice comes standard. And on first down, this is Chad Cackert through the defensive backfield, still going up the 50-yard line, where he's finally brought down the play by Brandon Bourdeau. And a pickup of 14 yards and a Toronto first down.
attacking the weakness of the Hamilton Tiger Cats all season last year, right in the middle. Nice trap play. Dury coming around, kicking out Greg Peach on the kick out. Chad Cackert's beneficiary.
Cackert's last game of meaning here in Toronto, of course, saw him named the Grey Cup Most Valuable Player. 20 carries for 133 yards in the championship game. Now on first down, Ray up to throw is under some pressure, and Ray gets it away. The pass is incomplete as he was looking for Spencer Watt.
This is a big concern last year. This squad gave up more points than anybody in the league, and boy, these guys bulky, big time addition in the inside. Johnson goes to the middle, and James Patrick is on the back end playing free safety. I think huge addition right there to the Hamilton defense.
Bulky comes from Calgary, and James Patrick over from Saskatchewan. Now on second down, Ray with time, pump fakes, has some room, and throws it underneath. The flag is down. Andre Dury with a catch and a first down into Hamilton territory, the 40-yard line, and another flag comes down at the end of the play. Andre Dury is down after being knocked out after stepping out of bounds. So 2 flags on the play.
Yeah, protection breaking down for Ricky Ray on both plays in that series there. And he threw it away first and 10, second and 10. He screwed it to his left and found Dury in the flat. I believe both these are going against Hamilton.
Glenn Johnson is tonight's referee.
Illegal contact on a receiver, Hamilton number 27. That penalty's declined. Major foul, unnecessary roughness, Hamilton number 25. 15 yards from the end of the play, first down.
So Markeith Knowlton is called for the late hit, and as a result, the Argos have a first down at the Hamilton 25-yard line. The game, 19 on the catch, tack on 15. It's a 34-yard pickup for Toronto.
Yeah, it's down here at the bottom of your screen, I believe, where his contact's going to be made. He just kind of knocks his man right off his feet there. Just kind of put his hand on him. Dontrell Inman stumbles. He gets the call. Markeith Knowlton hits Andre Dury late. Can't do that. Great field position for the Argonauts.
First down, Ray throws underneath. Dontrell Inman with the catch. And some room around Inman inside the 10, down to the 8-yard line. And another Argo first down.
Yeah, great time and execution here. You know, you're hoping to get that out of training camp. A lot of people don't play their starters, but here, this is superbly executed. Just a quick hit, screen out to the left here. Nice kick out. The lane opens up right in front of us. We've got a great vantage point here. Gets his timing. Nice it upfield. Doesn't waste any time. No indecision. Dontrell Inman playing in his second season. Phenomenal rookie year last year. See him pick up where he left off.
First and goal from the 8. Ray lays it up for Inman, and it is caught. Hell, the run out of bounds. First official said touchdown. Second said no. It'll be second and goal, Toronto.
Yeah, this is Ray. Just, you know, Dontrell didn't give himself much room to work with, so it's got to be a perfect throw, and he gets pushed out of bounds like a DB's taught to do. Use the sideline as an extra defender. Clearly, you see his right foot out of bounds there. Nice catch. Ricky had to put it where he wanted to. Dontrell's got to learn how to give himself some more room, so those are touchdowns as opposed to incomplete passes.
Second and goal. Ray into the end zone. Barnes, touchdown! Jason Barnes with the score, and the Argos on their opening possession drive down the field with ease.
Making it look easy, Ricky Ray looks this way the whole time, tells me he's got a pre-snap read, the matchup he wants. He's got Hines on Barnes. Guarantee it, they'll go that way every time. Ricky Ray made that look easy. A little help from the Hamilton defense. Argos capitalized.
And Swayze Waters on for the point after, but an ominous sign for Hamilton defense that allowed the most points in the league last year, and the point after is good, barely. And the Argos drive the ball 83 yards on 6 plays, and the Grey Cup champs behind Ricky Ray are rolling again. The CFL on TSN is brought to you by Wendy's Berry Almond Chicken Salad. Wendy's, now that's better. Jason Barnes with his first touchdown catch of this season after recording 4 last year for the Argos in the year in which he started at both slot back and wide receiver.
That motion gives Ricky Ray pre-snap read, and you got the matchup right here. Barnes right there, you see that he's got leverage. Ryan Hines is on his outside shoulder. He's got all this space on the inside there. Ricky knows it, and he throws a perfect pass as he's known for. That's an easy walk-in touchdown.
And now the Ticats will get their first chance as Waters sends it into Lindsey Lamar at the 5-yard line, replacing Chris Williams, the outstanding special teams player last year for Hamilton. And look out, Lamar with room to run. He's up the sidelines and go. Lindsey Lamar takes the kickoff all the way for the touchdown. And just like that, the Ticats are right back even, 104-yard return.
Chris Williams, who? Come on. That's his 3rd in 3 games. Unbelievable. Tremendous effort. Hat on a hat. Swayze can't get it. This is a no contest. This guy's got world-class speed. Runs away from make it look easy. Reminiscent of the guy he's replacing, Chris Williams, who did it so often last year.
So Lindsey Lamar in his first Canadian Football League regular season game continues his role from the preseason. And there's an injured Argo on the field, but Lindsey Lamar, first year out of South Florida at the age of 22. And we got a chance to see him, as I mentioned, in the preseason. He was barely touched on these returns.
That move there on the inside and the hole there and bouncing it out. He was one place, and a second later, he's 5 yards in another place. And his lights out here. He's coasting. Angle, gone. Angle, gone. Oh. It shouldn't be that easy, Gordon. These are professional athletes. All these athletes can run and are extremely fast, and he's making them look like they're running in the mud.
His first official touch in the Canadian Football League is a 104-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
And I love his demeanor. Kind of reminds me a lot of Chris Williams. Very humble, just doing his job. Well, I certainly hope that they get it straightened out for Hamilton's sake, for the CFL's sake. But this kid's doing everything he can to erase everybody's memory of the fantastic Chris Williams.
In the meantime, Shane Herbert injured. There's a flag down on the point after. And assuming this stands, the game is tied at 7 before Henry Burris has touched the football.
Offside. Toronto number 91. Will apply that 5-yard penalty on the kickoff. Convert's good.
Well, last year, 14 kick returns for touchdowns, almost half of them from the Ticats' Chris Williams. And now another man in black and gold picks right up where he left off. Did anyone get a hand on him, Matt?
Not a hand. I mean, plenty of blocks to clear him, get him out in the open, but he simply started towards the middle of the football field, veered right, and then 4 or 5 seconds later, he's in the end zone. That's instant production. Squashes everything Toronto did right offensively. Fantastic execution by the Argonauts in the first offensive possession. A little help from a late hit by Keith Knowlton, play will linebacker for the Cats first time this year. They go down there and make it look relatively easy with solid execution. Special teams for the Ticats picked up the defense on that series.
And Matt, the story for the Ticats a year ago was that they could score. They were the highest scoring team in the Canadian Football League. They couldn't stop anybody.
Well, that's holding true here playing out in the first quarter. Argonauts made it look pretty easy.
Iglesias from the 10-yard line. And Iglesias steps up and gets dropped at the 25 as Hamilton's Brandon Boudreau comes up to make the stop. And so Ray and the offense will go right back to work.
So much hype last year bringing Ricky Ray to Toronto, and what a coup for Scott Milanovich and Jim Barker and the Toronto Argonauts and their fans. Proven winner, stepped up to the plate, all kinds of pressure, playing injured, playing through injury, coming back from injury, in the playoffs, just got on fire. Played with extreme confidence, tore up defenses, made it look easy.
Fires again, Chad Owens with a catch and room to run. Chad Owens up the sideline, still going across midfield. down to the Hamilton 52-yard line. So another big gain for Toronto. This time, it's 33 yards on first down.
Just ways to get him the football. He's an inside man right here, and watch what he does. He's in space. The guy's playing off of him. He just basically sits down. It's a simple hitch, makes one guy miss because he's playing 10 yards off. That's a no-brainer every time. Get some Chad Owens some playing time. Get him the rock. Let him do his thing. Milt Stegall says he can get 4,200 this year.
On first down, play fake to Tackert. And back they go to Chad Owens down to the 45-yard line of the Ticats. And, of course, the story for Chad Owens last year, the league's leading receiver. But so much more than that. Nearly 1,600 yards on kickoff returns, 1,300 receiving. And when you put it all together, 3,800 total yards.
Milt Stegall makes a great point on the panel prior to the game. Ricky Ray wasn't in 5 of those games. And he feels like he can get 4,200. I'm with Milt. I think he can too.
Flags are down, and the pass complete to Andre Dury. The tackle made on the play by the Ticats' D. Webb. He's the only starter, by the way, Webb, who's back from the Hamilton defensive backfield last year.
Yeah, but I love some James Patrick. I think he's a phenomenal football player. I think he should be special in that back end for the Hamilton defense. But it's all going to start.
Hamilton number 34. 5-yard penalty. First down.
It's all going to start with those guys up front, as it does with any football team. Peach, Bulk, Moore, Boudreaux, Marshall, Azim, Fortin, all those guys got to step up, because those guys in the back end can be world class, but they don't have pressure on the quarterback. He has all day to throw the football. Makes it tough on them.
Costly penalty for Hamilton gives the Argos a first down at the Ticat 42-yard line. And Owens bottled up quickly by former Argo Evan McCullough, who got a hand on his shoe and held him to a gain of a couple.
Yeah, well read. I'll go back to the Toronto Argonaut execution offensively. Not a lot of starters play together throughout the preseason. There's been a lot of hype about that, a lot of talk about that, particularly what happened to Winnipeg against their game against Hamilton. Out in Guelph, not bringing the starters, lack of playing time. Argonauts look like they're way ahead of the game where they started out last year. Look like they're flying around with precise execution, make it look pretty easy against the Hamilton defense.
On second down, Ray throws, and the pass is incomplete as he was trying to find Jason Barnes. And the Argos will be forced to kick. It'll be a field goal try for Swayze Waters.
Yeah, this is a curl route. He's right here. He's going to run up, bring it back here. And Ricky Ray's a little late with the football. And I'll tell you, this is pretty decent coverage right here by Ryan Hines, arriving, getting his left hand over the top, deflecting it out of Barnes before he could secure the rock. Not a very good route, but certainly excellent coverage by Ryan Hines, the field side corner.
And Waters now with a field goal try of 46 yards with Trevor Harris to hold. And Waters pushes that right. And this time, Lindsay Lamar will give up one. 8-7 the Argos lead. You're watching Wendy's Friday Night Football. Well, Lindsay Lamar has already made an impression with his first touch in his first CFL game. Here's Matthew Schianti with more.
Gordon, Matt, coming into this training camp, everyone was looking towards Chris Williams to see what he would do, but he's not here, and the team is quickly forgetting about him and his contract dispute. So here comes Lindsay Lamar from South Florida, and I spoke to special teams coordinator Jeff Reinbold before the game, and he said he loves the kid's maturity and his speed, but he wanted to see what he would show the team. And guys, on that return, he showed us all a little something.
And finally, Henry Burris, nearly an hour after the warm-up ended, gets a chance to throw a pass complete to Andy Fantuz, and the gain will be 8 up to the Ticat 48-yard line.
And you're absolutely right bringing that up, Gordon, because that's a discombobulating, very unnerving feeling when the game unfolds that way and you don't step on the football field for about 15 minutes after the game started. Very, very weird feeling for quarterback and offense to find their rhythm.
Now second and short. And Burris with time throws it underneath, the pass complete to C.J. Gable. And Gable out to midfield will have a 7-yard gain and a Hamilton first down.
Henry Burris lit it up last year as he had to because they couldn't stop anybody. Andy Fantus in a comfort zone with Ken Austin's offense. Boy, he's flying around training camp. Lindsey Lamar, he's already done his thing. Fun to watch. Well, I tell you, they got tons of weapons. One football, that's the biggest problem they have. Only one football over there.
On first down, some early movement, and flags are thrown, and now a late flag comes down as the Argos' Nikos Brown came in. And so after the offside and potentially a late hit, the Ticats will be looking at much improved field position.
Yeah, Nikos Brown, who Argonauts are really high on, very explosive player, probably a little extracurricular after the whistle. He's right off the top of the screen. He's going to come off the edge late.
Offside.
He's going to track Henry.
Toronto number 37. Major foul, also Toronto number 37. Yep, 20 yards, first down.
A 20-yard penalty puts the Ticats down to the Toronto 35-yard line. All this came after the whistle.
Henry's trying to give it back and takes his head, and he looks at the official, Glenn Johnson, and then he gets in Nico's face and says, "You don't know who I am. I'm Henry Burris. It's my house." Nico's had a pretty good introduction there. Discombobulated for the defense as well. First time on the field tonight.
On first down, and this is Lamar on the carry. Lindsey Lamar with the first down and more. Inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line, and all of this comes with Siobhan Walker, the Ticats starting tailback from last year, out with an injury. So Lindsey Lamar and C.J. Gable are not only picking up Chris Williams, they're also picking up Siobhan Walker.
Running back's taught to press the hole, and that's what he does. Presses hole, and then he gets in the hole, then he bounces back. Finds daylight, uses his speed, gets up the field in a hurry. Big boy's doing a nice job of moving the meat to the left. He presses all hard, gets up in the hole, then he bounces back. Well executed.
And Lamar back on the first down carry, busts inside the 10, inside the 5. And it'll be first and goal for the Ticats as they move the ball along the ground. And they actually spot the ball down at the Toronto 6. There is Ken Austin. The last time he coached in a game in this stadium, it was the 2007 Grey Cup when he led the Saskatchewan Roughriders to a victory. Also won a Grey Cup here as a player. Now on first and goal, C.J. Gable bounced off a couple of hits and then gets buried.
Well, that was just trying defense saying, "No, sir. Now we're stopping and tightening it up right here. We may be bending a little bit, but we're not going to break." Boy, they were tough up the middle that time.
Marcus Brady in to lead the attack.
Yeah, he came off the edge, flying off the edge. Forced Gable back up in the middle. Brown had a nice lick on him. Oh, excuse me, Williams did. Finally, it was the rest of the posse coming and saying hello, introducing themselves to C.J. Gable.
Mark has a loss of 4, now second and goal from the 10. Here comes the blitz, Burris throws, touchdown! C.J. Gable in his first CFL game has a touchdown as well. And the Ticats have taken the lead.
Well, it's reminiscent of Ken Austin when he played for Saskatchewan, and what he does for his quarterbacks and his offense, he really gives his team an opportunity, his quarterback an opportunity not to take one in the mouth. He knows where the extra pressure is coming from, right in his face. He sees it. Pressure comes from an area. You put a man in that area, and you give it to him. And it's a walk-in 6. Nicely done by Ken Austin, Henry Burris, offense execution. It's like they were in Chris Jones's playbook defensively there, anticipated it, and executed play for an easy 6 points.
That's a 7-play, 70-yard drive for Henry Burris and the Ticats. And the man who led the CFL in touchdown passes last year is back at it in 2013.
Well, we can tell you that Donna LaPointe of Edmonton, you have just won the ultimate $25,000 home theater package from Vision Electronics thanks to Safeway's touchdown to win promotion. Congrats, and if a second kickoff is returned, you could win $1 million. Back to the Rogers Center, Gord and Matt.
There's C.J. Gable, who was the first freshman ever to start at tailback for USC. Chad Owens brings the kick ahead and gets up to the 39-yard line. But by his senior year, Gable was a forgotten man with the Trojans and was actually out of football for a couple of years before he latched on with the Ticats.
Yeah, I tell you right here, this is where it gets funky, right, for defense, because they like to bring pressure from depth, and they're going to drop defensive linemen out like this, and Gable's going to sneak out right in this area here. You just keep your eyes on 91 there. Watch, he's just dropping. He's got no idea how to cover in space. That's too easy.
First down, Argos. Ricky Ray under some pressure. And Ray throws, and Chad Owens was hammered as the ball arrived by Delvin Breaux, and Owens is down at the Argos sideline. Delvin Breaux making his CFL debut. Just unloaded on the CFL's most outstanding player.
Boy, this is just a collision waiting to happen here. Ball floats in the air. Ricky can't get into it. Ball's floating a little bit. Boy, that's a big-time collision there. Happens so fast, you can't even see what happens to Chad Owens. See how he throws across his body? Ball hangs a little bit. They're all converging. Got a bit of the face mask, too, Breaux did. Pulled his head around. It certainly ain't ping pong or curling. I tell you what. Oh, his head smacks on the turf. If I know Chad Owens, he's going to bounce back from this. He's just kind of clearing the cobwebs right now. Right there, his face hits the ground pretty good.
This is to the point about Chad Owens and the beating he takes week in and week out on special teams as a feature receiver.
And you think he'd want to rest during the offseason. What does he do? He takes up MMA as his hobby and goes in the ring and starts fighting.
That's over now. He signed a 2-year contract extension this week. There'll be no more MMA until that contract is over. So Owens is back up on the sidelines after that hit, and it's 2nd and 10 for the Argos. And here comes the blitz. Ray with time, going over the top, and it's incomplete. As Barnes was double covered to the play, the Argos will be forced to punt. Ricky Ray, 6 of 11 so far for 84 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, D. Webb, kind of grabs his shoulder right here and slows him down, but I don't think that was going to be the problem. I think the problem was he had coming over the top was James Patrick in perfect position as a free safety covering up for his halfback. And well played there. Well played by James Patrick, who I think is going to really flourish back there for the Tiger Cats. Really helped out D. Webb and post-back.
Now Waters with a low tumbling kick that Lamar takes at his 25-yard line. And Lindsey Lamar got slowed up quickly by Jason Pottinger. A 46-yard punt, a return of 7. And a great battle of Ontario unfolding in Toronto. The CFL on TSN is brought to you by Nissan. Innovation that excites. First down Ticats from their 32-yard line. Hamilton holding a 14-8 lead here in the first quarter.
How about that shot? Right in the huddle with the helmet Tiger Cats.
Here comes the blitz off the edge for a season and throws, and a pass caught by Greg Ellenson. They'll rule that a catch at the 38-yard line for a gain of 6. And the Argos are arguing the ball hit the turf.
Henry sees it right away. Gets the ball, finds the laces. Maybe he didn't find the laces because he fluttered it out there, but boy, you can feel that heat as a quarterback. You got a linebacker coming right barreling down on your teeth, and you'll do anything to get that ball out.
Ellington, a first-year man of the Florida International. Here comes the blitz again. Burris sees it again and throws. And Gable's got him the first down to the 52-yard line. Marcus Ball made the tackle, but once again, C.J. Gable able to move the sticks.
Burris again feeling pressure, and this is a beautiful pass. Doesn't look like much. I tell you, this is awfully accurate. This is very difficult with pressure in his face, off his back foot. Puts it where the running back can continue up the football field and gain a first down. Doesn't look like much, but that's pretty, folks. Takes a lot of time and execution, a lot of polish to make that happen.
And the voice in Henry Burris' head calling the plays is that of head coach Ken Austin. Burris is 5 for 5 for 38 yards and a touchdown. Once again, the Ticats appear to be offside. There are no flags. Burris with time to turn. Eddie Fantuz wide open. Fantuz touchdown.
And he had him from hello.
64-yard score. And the Ticats extend their lead.
Burris said Austin had the Ticats from hello. Well, Fantuz had the Argo defense from the go. He just went straight up the football field.
Is he offside with that?
Yeah, you watch it. Here's a lot of scrimmage. Watch it. Woo, that's close. I think he's good. And then nobody touches him. Nobody jams him. Henry buys some time stepping up. Free safety Matt Black, who's making his first start in Argonaut uniform. He gets caught a little shallow, and it's lights out. That little step up in the pocket, moving left, brought Matt Black with him. And then it was lights out. Andy Fantuz never got off his horse, and Burris put it on the money.
Andy Fantuz had 8 touchdown receptions last year and a strong year for Hamilton. And after the Argos opened the game and looked like they'd have their way with the Ticats, it's been all Hamilton ever since. And Smiling Hank has reason to smile.
No jam there. I mean, Andy says, thank you very much. I'll just stay on my landmark here 2 yards outside the hash. Keep on my horse. Basically running like a 400 meters, stride right there. Just cruising, maintaining top speed. Henry fies him. Matt Black can't do anything about it. It's too late. Damage has been done. 21 points on the board. So they don't touch the ball for 8 minutes in the first half, and when they do, they know what to do with it, as they showed all of last season.
Let's keep it going.
Well, Hamilton got off to a good start last season. Remember the game in Saskatchewan, 5th game of the year, down 19 points. They battled back, won that game 35-34. That was the Ticats' only road win of the season. They won 3 of their last 13 games, finished 6-12.
I know some folks probably won't want to hear this, but most all the games on the road this year.
Chad Owens takes the kickoff. Owens back out there and steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Here's Matthew Schianti with an update on CO2.
Gordon, Matt, after he took that hit and when Owens stood up, the medical staff took a looked at him, didn't seem too concerned. Then Ricky Ray and head coach Scott Milanovic came by, and Owens just said he was fine, put his helmet back on, and just waited on the sidelines eagerly to get back in it, guys.
That's his DNA. That's just the way he is. Flying Hawaiian's a fighter. We know that. He doesn't know quit.
From the 35, Ray throws. Owens the catch. And out to the 45-yard line. Evan McCullough there to help make the stop, along with James Patrick, to gain 9 yards to leave Toronto 1 yard short of a first down.
And this is a good sign. He goes to Owens. Owens reads zone, sits down in the zone, breaks off his route, just settles in the soft spot of the zone. Ray puts it on him. That's a good sign. He's seeing things pretty clearly out there. He's even counting people up in the huddle. He's back. He's good.
Should be the final play of the opening quarter. It'll be 2nd and just over a yard. And the give goes to Cackert. Chad Cackert got straightened up there by Jamal Johnson. His forward progress should be close to a first down as the opening quarter comes to an end. And the teams combined to throw up 29 points on the board. And the big story, the Ticats with 2 rookies scoring their first CFL touchdown. After the opening 15 minutes of play, a pretty wide open first quarter. as the teams combined for 250 yards of total offense, no turnovers, and of course Lindsey Lamar with a 104-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, a big part of the equation as well. And Matt, the feeling was that for both these teams, defense might be an issue in the early going. The Ticats, of course, struggled badly last year, but the Argos only bring back 4 starters on defense from their Grey Cup team a year ago.
Yeah, and both defenses are on their heels right now, and it's because offenses are really executing at a high level here. And I'm happy with what I see offensively, but defensively, they'll settle in, and I guarantee it, they're going to have a lot to say before this football game's over with. We've seen Bro make a big hit on Owens and breaking up plays there. And, I mean, they're pressuring. It's just that the defense is seeing it right now and making plays on the pressure and capitalizing with the defensive aggressiveness. That's what I'm seeing.
Cacker did get a first down just, and so the Argos have a fresh set of downs at their own 46-yard line. And back to the ground. This is Cacker busting off tackle. He goes leaping over James Patrick and gets a gain of about 7 out to the Argo 52-yard line. And of course, last November it was the Chad Cacker show here in Toronto.
And when Scott Milinovich released Corey Boyd early in the season last year, he knew that it was going to be a tough one with the fans, but he knew that this fit here, 44, in his offensive scheme was the right fit. And it proved to play out exactly the way he thought it would. He made him look like a genius during the Grey Cup because he was phenomenal.
Here he comes again. Cacker in the backfield, and he is gone. Chad Cacker, touchdown Toronto. 57 yards, and the Argos are back in it.
Great job of execution offensively again. Flatten the line of scrimmage with the defense. The Cacker splits it, spit out like a watermelon seed. Shows that speed. Talking to Chad earlier in the week, he's got a full beard there. He got a new look going on. He says, yeah, Matt, he says, not many people can say that a guy in a beard ran away from him for a touchdown. Well, he just ran away from the entire Tiger Cats.
Cacker, the Grey Cup MVP, as the Grey Cup champs back closer to the Ticats. Chad Cacker with the longest touchdown run of his CFL career. In 2011, he was 5th on the Argo depth chart. He keeps a copy of that depth chart framed at home.
Happened so fast, bang. There's the punt. There's the watermelon seeds being spit out right there, and it's a foot race. Chad Cacker's going to win a lot of those. There goes that man in the beard again, Mama. I tell you, that's solid execution again to get back to the point of taking advantage of aggressiveness on defense. If we get another look at that play, I can show you that the defense was flattened out. You basically into the secondary behind everybody once you hit that initial hold.
Low driving kickoff goes out of bounds in front of Lindsey Lamar at the Hamilton 8-yard line.
Yeah, what you see right here is what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 defenders inside the box. If you hit this hole right here, which they do, you're into the secondary, and everybody's they lose their angle. Look how flat they are. Hit that hole, you're out into the secondary, and it's nothing but a foot race. James Patrick's got to redirect. Man, the beard's in the end zone.
Cacker keeps that depth chart at home to remind himself of where he was when his pro career began with the Argos. And of course, in the offseason, the New York Jets had it work out for them. There was talk of a contract, and Cacker elected to stay with Toronto. Now, Chris Jones, the Argo defensive coordinator, will see if his group can do something.
Another guy that elected to stay with the Argonauts over the offseason. Right. He was being highly touted for that Montreal job, and he chose to stay. Know where his bread is buttered, right here in the Toronto Argonauts. Doesn't feel like his work is done here. Feels like they develop a dynasty over here. That guy is always on. Chris Jones, tremendous defensive coordinator. Always going to challenge his defense. Play some man-to-man coverage. Henry Burris is just looking for those one-on-one opportunities. Great matchup.
From the 45-yard line, again goes to Gable up close to the 50. The illegal kickoff penalty gives the Ticats good field position with 13.5 to go in the second quarter. So C.J. Gable and Lindsay Lamar will spell each other off at tailback until Siobhan Walker is ready to come back, which could be as early as next week when the Ticats are home, sort of, against the Edmonton Eskimos. The Ticats, of course, will play their games this year at the University of Guelph. Gain of 5 at 2nd and 5. Three-man rush. Burris with lots of time throws, and the pass is caught. And Andy Fantuz has a first down to the Toronto 50-yard line.
This is what's called 3 double cut, and you're going to watch 3 defenders go back, and the corners on both sides are going to hold in that area here, and the linebackers are going to drop, and Andy Fantuz was just going to find a spot right here in the middle of the defense as Henry breaks contain. There goes the 3 defenders over the top, the corners stay. Henry rolls to his right, finds Fantuz, working back to football. Solid execution offensively.
Burris is 7 for 7 for 113 yards and 2 touchdowns so far. Play fake. Burris fires again, and this time the pass bounces out. There's the first incompletion of the game for Burris. Andy Fantuz in his second year with the Ticats since coming over from the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
I'd say an average year when the offense is lighting it up. I don't think he was on his game. I expect him to be on his game all season this year. Why? Because he's in Kent Austin's offense, an offense that he's familiar with. So he goes right back on that bike and starts riding fast, faster than most everybody in that offense right now.
Here comes the blitz. Burris steps up, flags are down, and Henry Burris dives ahead of the 40-yard line. He'll be close to a Hamilton first down pending the flag. Henry Burris, by the way, is the CFL's leading active rusher.
And there's 2 other quarterbacks that are following him, number 2 and number 3, and Kerry Joseph and Anthony Calvillo.
So the question's going to be, first of all, did he get the first down? And then do you take the penalty or not?
Oh yeah, this is an offsides that Toronto's bringing heat.
And that's what Austin's saying. How close is it?
Yeah, he just wanted to see whether he'd take the penalty or get a measurement. Kent's declined it. That's pretty easy to see. Henry Burris sees it. Oftentimes he beat him with his arm.
Offside, Toronto number 6. The penalty's declined. Be 3rd down.
Or he can beat him with his legs. Here's ball right here. And then Matt Black as well is coming right through the A-gap. This is just cover 0. Try to drop somebody back. Doesn't get there. Burris sees it, steps up in a little crack. Puts it in 3rd inches.
And applying the penalty, sets up 3rd and a little bit. And flags are down again as Burris dives ahead. One problem for the Argos last year, they were the most penalized team in the Canadian Football League by a lot during the regular season. They averaged nearly 100 yards a game in penalties. Interesting, in the Grey Cup game, they did not take a penalty in the first half and only 5 flags in the entire game.
Offside on the Toronto defensive line. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Well, that's locking in and focusing, Gordon, when you need to. Obviously, 100 yards of penalties and field position is difficult to overcome. It's probably why they're 9-9 throughout the course of the season. And postseason, you saw that team just kind of dial in defensively, offensively. Ricky Ray stepped it up, and obviously they were on top of it and won it all.
They started cutting players late in the season when penalties became a problem. Took guys out of the lineup and wound up cutting a couple. First down with the Ticats. Burris throws over the top, and the pass is incomplete for Fantuz. Back on the coverage was Jalil Carter.
A couple of coachable moments here for Ken Austin and Henry Burris. I can already tell you when they look at the video tomorrow. Can't go over them all, but I see him. That ball needed to be lifted a little bit. Let your receiver go get it. Henry tried to put it on the money. One of those things they'll talk about and get that corrected, but he had his receiver and leverage to the outside with room to spare to spot the ball, and he didn't get her done.
Ken Austin spent the last 3 years the head coach at Cornell University in the Ivy League. Prior to that, the offensive coordinator, and his alma mater, Ole Miss. Now 2nd and 10. Burris below snap, has time and throws. Fantuz the catch. is down to the 25-yard line, and that'll be close and should be enough for a Hamilton first down.
Yeah, and this is impressive because Henry bobbles the snap and he's got to relocate. But don't watch the bobble. Just watch his feet. And he settles them down. And he doesn't panic. He just steps and he settles them down right here, plants him, throws a strike to Fantus. Fantus reads it, watch him. Goes right around the defender. Easy pitch and catch. Excellent poise in the pocket by Henry Burris.
And now on the end around, this is Samuel Giguère. Giguère gets the corner and should have another first down as he busts inside the 15-yard line to the Toronto 14. So Samuel Giguère, who was a rookie sensation for the Ticats last year as a receiver, gets the carry there.
I thought he underachieved last year, you know, but you speak to everybody, to a man in the Hamilton organization this training camp, and they say that Samuel Giguère is coming into his own. He feels more comfortable in this scheme, certainly more comfortable in the game. I think a lot of expectations on him last year. I think this year he's going to reach those full potential.
Ninth play of the drive. First down. Burris fires to the end zone, and the pass is incomplete. As once again, Carter was there on Fantus, who has 94 yards receiving in the first half alone.
Yeah, he's going to have a phenomenal year because, boy, he's hitting it running. He feels so comfortable. And, well, Henry just needed to throw it either one way or the other because he had him. The defender's back is to him. He just puts it outside. Fantus has got that. Actually hits Jalil Carter right in the back of the numbers, and Andy can't fight through him. Solid defensive play. I know Burris will want that one back.
Now on second down. Burris with time, throws to the corner, and the pass is incomplete for Giguère. As he was covered there by Marcus Ball, and the Ticats will have to settle for a field goal attempt from Luka Kanji.
Henry knows he missed a couple plays in that drive. And you saw the frustration after that incomplete pass. He misses a man on the left there. He puts this on Giguère's face mask, and he puts it on the ground. But Henry knows that he probably missed his hot route, wide open receiver on his left for a walk-in touchdown. That's the way it goes sometimes. You got to rely on Luka Kanji.
From the 20, puts it through, and the Ticats have restored some of their lead with 8:47 to go in the first half. Tomorrow, MLS returns on TSN with Real Salt Lake and Toronto to take on TFC. Live coverage begins at 1 Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific on TSN2. And yes, Luka Kanji did really nail the field goal. I suspect, Matt, that ball is not going to be reused.
Could do that again if you try.
Now Chad Owens takes the kickoff at his 15-yard line. Owens looking for room. He's got some. And gets up to the 35-yard line. The tackle made by Hamilton's Mark Beswick on the special teams play. And so Owens and the Argo offense will go back to work. Trailing now by 9.
Tense moments when he went down there after a hit from Bro. Right in front of the Argo bench. Good to see him back up, contributing.
By the way, a very rainy day here in Southern Ontario and a hot day. The roof is closed here, and it is hot and sticky inside. On first down, Ray wants to go over the top. He's got a man wide open. Jason Barnes. No Ticat within 15 yards of him. Barnes gone. Touchdown Toronto. 73 yards. And a tough night for defensive coordinators as the offenses are ripping it up on this Friday in Toronto.
Gord, you know, the defenses are bound and determined to try to bring pressure. And again, the offense sees it, buys the quarterback enough time, and Ricky stands in the pocket and finds a wide open Jason Barnes. Defenses are bringing the pressure. Offense is giving their quarterback just enough time to stand tall with poise in the pocket with pressure in his face, and both guys are delivering right now. That's why we're seeing these big plays.
Another adventurous point after. That was partially touched, but found its way through. So you saw the longest run of Chad Cather's career. Now you've just seen the longest catch of Jason Barnes' career.
Yeah, top of the line, you're going to see more coming off the edge. Watch him. He's going to come up, and he's going to be one to put pressure in Ricky Ray's face. He's going to just bulldoze and bull rush. Right here. Pretty simple. Just get up the field and find a spot. Get open. Watch Jason Barnes. Doesn't get any easier than this. Just like, what? What? Just don't drop it right there. Talk to Jack Kleinman, Milt Stegall. That's probably some of the toughest balls you'll catch right there. Is the ones where you're wide open behind everybody. You gotta relax, concentrate, looking in, get on your horse. That's exactly what he did.
So Ricardo Coakley and D. Webb seem to get their wires crossed there. And the result is a 74-yard pass and run touchdown on a night of big plays between Hamilton and Toronto. We've seen a 104-yard kickoff return for a touchdown, a 74-yard touchdown reception, a 54-yard touchdown run.
We still got 8 minutes to go
in the first half.
Yeah, outstanding.
So 24-22 is the score. Here is one of the stars of the show tonight. Lindsey Lamar reverses his course, and Lamar gets around the corner and gets out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. So now Henry Burris goes back to work, and Chris Jones and Orlando Steinauer, the two defensive coordinators, might want to get together for a beer after this one tonight.
Yeah, rock'em sock'em robots. Those heads are popping up and having constantly pushing back down and regroup. Orlando Steinauer, I tell you, fine young coach that has really been embraced and really well liked in that Hamilton organization right now by his team. And Chris Jones, boy, everybody knows about him. If not, you're gonna. This guy is on all the time, and he likes to bring pressure, challenges guys to play one-on-one coverage. Sometimes he can haunt you.
Down inside, Gatz, and Burris looks over the top, and the pass for Jaguar is incomplete.
I don't remember, but there was a time, an opportunity when I think it was Alex Brink playing the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, came in here last year, had tremendous opportunities, one after another with long balls over the top against this one-on-one coverage by the Argonauts. Well, the last couple of series, we've seen Henry Burris missing those same throws in one-on-one opportunities, and those are those big play capabilities and opportunities that I can capitalize on. But Chris Jones' defense has been put in a situation time and time again to make plays like they just did.
Now Burris throws to Fantus. He gets wrapped up right away by Brandon Isaac. And Fantus well short of a first down. That'll be the first 2 and out for the Ticats in this game. They led the league in going 2 and out last year.
Pretty strong throw by Henry Burris, but Isaac's right. I believe Isaac's right here. Over the top, one-on-one. Knows that he's got 10 yards to defend. Plays it very well, stays over the top, tackles him underneath.
Josh Bartell with his first punt of the game. And Owens gets maybe a couple as Mark Besmet comes downfield to make the tackle. 24-22 is the score. Yes, there have been some defensive plays made tonight. Hamilton coach Ken Austin was asked yesterday about the fact that the Ticats were a very good offensive team last year, but a poor defensive team. And he rejected that notion and said that the Ticats weren't a good team. We're an us, not a them.
I love that mentality. He's got a lot of that going on. He doesn't he doesn't believe in rebuilding. He believes that in the CFL you can build champions in a hurry if you have the right people.
Ray throws and Chad Owens the catch and some more as he gets across the 50 up to the 53-yard line. You know, Ken Austin was coaching at Cornell. You know what the greatest challenge of coaching at Cornell is? The admissions department. You can talk to all the good players you want. Try getting into that school. Gain for Owens was 13, and Argo first down with 5:45 to go in the first half. They fake to Cackert. And the throw underneath to Owens. Another solid hit. Once again from Delvin Breaux. As he and Owens collide, the gain is 6.
This is what Chad does. You know, he'll just kind of nickel and dime you, get in the ball and opportunities. Look, it was just Inman just going up, basically screening for him, moving screen, and then he just finds a soft spot and ball's delivered. He gets what he can.
6 catches for 69 yards so far for Chad Owens. And now on second down, Ray with lots of time throws, and the flag is down. Very deep in the defensive backfield. Owens diving to make the catch. That's ruled incomplete, but down to the 20-yard line, there's a flag down, and another at the 35. So the pass is ruled incomplete.
Legal contact on a receiver, Hamilton number 5. That'll be a 10-yard penalty resulting in a first down.
So D. Webb called for the contact. And the Argos will gain a first down into Hamilton territory at the 42.
Yeah, D. Webb's right here, one-on-one right here with Barnes. He actually gets tangled up. Kick gets his leg kicked. You can see him grabbing his hammy and his leg right there. I don't know, maybe trying to deflect, maybe the tension, trying to get a penalty.
Here's Chad Cackert, puts his head down as he runs into James Patrick and bowls his way down to the 35-yard line for a pickup of 7 yards.
That's solid pickup. First 10, you can pick up 7 on the ground, just moving them out, rutting them out in the middle. Well, that's exactly what the concern is every year until proven otherwise for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Can they shore up that D-line? Can they bring pressure? Can they stop the run? Can they help those guys in the backfield?
Last year they allowed 9 more touchdowns than any other team in the league. Here comes the blitz, and Cackert gets dropped. Great defensive play by Jamal Johnson. And this Toronto drive is over.
Yeah, they stacked the line there. And Jamal Johnson moves to the inside for Ray Williams. He moves to the middle linebacker. He's coming right up the middle. Watch him right here. Shoots the gap. Untouched. Pop! Underneath, leverage, explodes with his legs. Form tackle. Big time play.
Now Swayze Waters will try a 45-yard field goal to give the Argos the lead. And Waters puts it through. Back and forth they go. And Toronto's back on top by 1. So now Hamilton's turn to get the ball back as Henry Burris confers with head coach Ken Austin. And we asked the longtime starter Henry Burris about having someone like Austin at his side.
Well, I'll tell you, I was impressed with this coaching staff at Hello. I mean, when Kent delivered his first message to our team at minicamp, and just the enthusiasm, the confidence, and to me, just the excitement behind his voice, the way he delivers when he speaks to you. If you've talked to him in person, you understand exactly what I'm saying, but if you haven't, I mean, the guy exudes confidence.
What Ken Austin is looking for from Henry Burris is a lot of the good things that you saw last year, 43 touchdown passes, but less of the bad things, the 18 interceptions. And what he wants is, in golf terms, don't make 8.
Yeah. Easier said than done, both in golf and in this game, because oftentimes those aren't controllable things. Pressure, ball being stripped, credit defense, the strong arms coming in and ripping the ball out. But I know these two are going to be good for each other because there's a lot to work with Henry Burris, and if he can make him just a little bit more technically sound, it's going to be good.
Lindsay Lamar comes running ahead, and on a special teams play for Toronto is Jonathan Hood, the former Tidecat, so Burris will go back to work. Austin said that he had to learn early in his career that you can't win the game, for the most part, on the next play. that it's a series of plays and a series of downs and to be patient. And that's been his biggest message to Burris. Now, Henry Burris is also 38 years old, so
he's running out of time.
To be patient.
Yes.
And again goes to C.J. Gable, who gets a gain of maybe 2. And we have reached the 3-minute warning in Toronto, as the Argos and Ticats in a seesaw battle have combined for 49 first-half points. And we're not done yet on Wendy's Friday Night Football. CTV's new Monday Night Comedy Satisfaction features a new episode with special guest star Wendell Clark this Monday at 8, 7 Central on CTV.
I can't sing right there, Gordon.
No,
I can't.
you are not. The Stones are on tour. You are not singing.
Man, I was singing off camera. Guarantee it.
Second down, Ticats from their 26-yard line, and Burris over the top. Panthers has the catch. And a first down up to the 40-yard line. By the way, one of the rule tweaks this year in the Canadian Football League, it used to be that teams had 1 timeout per half. Now you've got 2 in the game that you can use anytime you want.
Both these teams may need like 5 or 6. The way this offensive output's going. Andy Fantus talking to Henry Burris early in the week, you know, and he said Fantus is rolling. Matty, he is rolling.
Already over 100 yards receiving the game with 113.
Proof in the pudding right there. Henry knows what he's talking about. This guy had a tremendous campaign over his first half.
From the 40-yard line, Burris looks over the top again, and the pass is caught. Greg Ellingson makes the catch over the shoulder of Antarius Bryan for a gain of 36 yards and a Hamilton first down.
That's the throw Henry's been working while looking for 3 or 4 throws ago, and now he's finally found, and Ellingson finds it, steps on the pocket. Really nice coverage by the offensive line. Nobody near Henry Burris. Gives him a chance. Little throw behind, back shoulder. Ellingson telling us that was beautiful.
And he beats Antarius Bryan, one of the first-year players on this Argo defense. Now first down for the 35. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Burris, lots of time. Stays behind the line of scrimmage, pump fake, and now Burris will ramble out of bounds at the 33. And Matt, you're pointing downfield.
Yeah, I'm just like, Henry, I know Henry's on the run, and all heck is breaking loose down there. Easier to see things up here. But, boy, he had...
I think it was Jason Pottinger.
No, he had Della Hunt.
Oh, you're right. Correct. Yeah, that's right.
He had Della Hunt knock in behind the defense and all alone, but Henry's already pulled it down and running. Doing his thing, getting 6 yards.
Stop the clock at 1:33. Now it's 2nd and 5. Blitz coming. Burris sees it and throws. Here's Ellingson again. Lots of room to run. Ellingson straight arms a defender. Was out of bounds at the 6 as he gives Jamie Robinson a taste.
My goodness. There's no respect right there. That is like, he got punked. Ellingson just pushed him down. Ellingson's going to come from right here all the way across underneath the defense. When you need 4, you can clear people and do this. Watch him sneak underneath. That's a run route. 2 defenders just making his defender, or 2 receivers making the defenders bubble over the top. Almost impossible for the man covering Ellingson to get over there and make a play.
Now the play fake to Jaguar. Throwing across, Gable, lots of room, touchdown! C.J. Gable with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Ticats retake the lead. Well, these teams faced each other last year. The last game of the season was 43-40, but Toronto didn't dress many of its starters.
A little misdirection, the ISO, back sneaking across formation. Robert McCune looking at the play fake. Gets caught flat-footed for just a half a second. That's enough for a guy, any guy in the league, any running back, let alone C.J. Gable with all kinds of speed, to get the edge and easy pitch and catch.
That drive began at the Hamilton 24-yard line, capped off by Gable, who's got his second touchdown of the game. 6 plays, 86 yards, and they do it in 1 minute and 55 seconds, Matt.
Offensive explosion here. Henry Burris finding fan twos, which he has in the entire first half. Then Ellenson down a nice throw behind, down the hash. Then you can see the rub route happening there. Pitch and catch for Ellenson. Punks Robinson. Play fake. Sneak out C.J. Gable in front of Robert McCune. Solid execution offensively. We've seen it here in the entire first half. I think Henry's going to try to break his personal best of 43 that he set last year, touchdown passes.
Tonight, you mean?
Well, no. I mean, he could. Now, the way he's going, both he and Ricky Ray on top of the game right now. This could be one of those games whoever has the ball last is going to win it. 43 touchdown passes to 18 interceptions. Not a bad football season. That's pretty good, Gord. And Austin wants to improve on that, which is scary.
Here's Iglesias, takes the kickoff up to the 35-yard line. Push it out of bounds at the 36. Well, in a few moments, we're going to catch our breath and send you back to Dave Randorf, John Clowney, Milt Stiegel, and Chris Schultz to look at GMC Live at the half. This game, second half of our doubleheader still to come. On an entertaining opening week in the Canadian Football League season, these two teams, Matt, have already combined for more than 500 yards of total offense.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Fun to watch. As the game was last night, being there at Investors Group Field.
5-yard penalty, free kick.
Montreal and Winnipeg going at it for the season opener out there at the new field. And what an atmosphere that is. In fact, you know, hockey's fresh on people's minds, particularly in Chicago and Boston. I tell you, it was like a hockey arena in there when they started waving the towels around. 33,500 people, making it pretty tough on Anthony Calvillo and his offense to execute, get the ball off properly. It was. I think that could be a big-time advantage for the Bombers if they can continue to be competitive.
And that's the kind of advantage the Ticats are hoping to get when their new stadium opens next season.
A lot of good things happen around the league with stadiums and additions, and just continues. And Mark Cohan, Michael Copeland and company, Matt Maychek and the CFL offices just been doing a fantastic job of guiding this league in the right direction. And stadium renaissance and the buildings going up everywhere is just proof that that's happening.
Here's Owens from the 20-yard line. And Chad Owens, the hesitation step, gets up to the 44-yard line. And that's where the Argos will start with 1:06 to go in the first half. As Ray and company go to work, Ricky Ray missed 4 starts last year to injury. The Argos won 1 of them, and there are the total offense numbers so far in the game: 544 yards thus far.
It's a good old CFL. That's what it's all about. From my perspective, now defenses will have their say, and they typically do in big situations. That'll probably happen here tonight.
Flags are down again. Ray throws underneath. Andre Dury with a catch across midfield. And tackled by Markeith Knowlton after a gain of 13 yards. The penalty appears to be going against Hamilton. No, it's offside Toronto. Argos had already moved their offense up, and they'll have to move back.
Offside, Toronto number 11. 5-yard penalty, repeat, first down.
So Dontrell Inman called for offside. And the Argos will go back to their 38-yard line with 58 seconds to go in the first half. Who are the real Toronto Argonauts, Matt? The team that was 9-9 last year, or the team that reeled off the 5 straight wins at the end of the year?
I lean towards the latter, the 5 teams, the 5 wins at the end of the year.
Chad Packard with the reception, but he was wrapped up right away by Jamal Johnson. And that'll actually be a loss of a couple of yards for Toronto.
On cue, defense is stepping up. In a down that they can kind of dictate. Boy, that's great. I don't know if we can. If you run that back a little bit, you watch Jamal Johnson from the beginning. Phenomenal. He recognizes it and gets in front of the offensive lineman and does a fantastic job of just reading that play and then using his speed to get to the ball carrier.
2nd and a bunch for the Argos. And they'll give to Cackard. Marquise Golden chasing him down. And Cackard taken out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Also coming up in the first half, Paul LaPolice with the coach's playbook. I'm going to guess, Matt, just going to guess, it's going to be an offensive play.
Yeah. Are you a betting man?
Yes.
I'm not. But if I was, I'd put money on that. Lapo likes to do that. He was chomping at the bit last night there at Investors Group Field. Well, you could tell he wanted to be out there doing his thing. We're certainly happy to have him on the broadcast, though. Did a heck of a job out there. Hats off to him for going through that process in a tough night.
That ball bounced off an Argo as Lamar picks it up. And Lindsey Lamar picks his way back to the 26-yard line. Now a flag is down. Henria Jones was back there to block for the Ticats. Who did the ball hit? And if it hit Jones, it would be a 5-yard penalty. If it hit an Argo, it'd be 15. Let's see who it touched.
Yeah, it hits.
It's Henria Jones.
It's Henria right there.
So that's no yards against the Argos, but because the ball hit the turf, just a 5-yard penalty.
No yards. Toronto number 4. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Cord Miller on it right there.
There's Jeff Reinbold, the special teams coordinator for the Hamilton Ticats with Montreal last year and a host of other places.
Yes. Jim Pop did not waste any time changing what he felt was defense was going the wrong direction. And I gave up over 27 points last year in Montreal, and that's not good enough. Jeff Reinbold said, sure, I'll go to Hamilton. Take my special teams abilities over there.
Henry Burris takes a knee now. Kills off the last few seconds of a brilliant opening half on the offensive side of the football. Big plays and a big score as the Ticats lead 31-25 after the opening 30 minutes. And we send you to CFL Live at the Half with Dave Randorf.
Gord, thanks very much. Yes, indeed. Paul LaPolice does have his coach's playbook out, and there's lots of things to...
A lot of plays.
Yeah, a lot of plays to talk about. Gord said we're going to talk about an offensive play. We're going to take the biggest play. The kickoff return for a touchdown by Lindsey Lamar. You know, we saw a lot of returns for touchdowns last season. None of them were kickoff returns. And, you know, historically, you look at it, the all-time, best return man in the league history, Gizmo Williams, 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown out of all those touchdowns he had. Why is it we see fewer kickoff returns for touchdowns?
Well, let's take the most explosive play you'll see. You'll see the most explosive play in football is a missed field goal return for a touchdown. Why that happens is because the ball's kicked to the left or the right of the field goal post, and you have players running downfield that their job, you have offensive linemen, you have big guys running down. Their job is not, they don't get paid to tackle people all day, and there's so much space on the field. Now, the scenario on a kickoff, you have your best players running downfield, and you directionally kick to put it into the boundary. Let's take a look. Hamilton does a great job on this, pushing the 3 defenders inside. They get a boundary return. You have a double team right here on the 3rd player here. They miss the first. The second guy cleans it up. Now you have 2 players left for the 2 players on the outside. You have a kick out and a kick in. Great job on the kick out to create space for the returner. That's what you want, to create as much space as possible. One person left, a kicker who certainly doesn't get paid to tackle anybody, with a blocker on him. They knock him down. Lindsey Lamar's off to the races. Nobody's going to catch him from the backside with his speed. They do a tremendous job of setting this up. Again, you'll have a lot of boundary returns because people kick into the boundary and it's the shortest distance to get up there.
Well, we see a lot of punt returns for touchdowns. I guess there's just more of those. We saw 2 of those last night. That is Paul Lapolice and the coach's playbook.
Coach's Playbook is brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
Live at the Half is brought to you by GMC. We are professional grade.
Three downs back with the boys. Chris Schultz, Milt Stiegel, Jock Climby, Lindsey Lamar with a 104-yard kickoff return for a touchdown on Friday Night Football. So first down goes like this. What will be the Canadian Football League fate of last year's return specialist for the Ticats, Chris Williams, in that contract dispute? Will he be A, back with Hamilton at some point, B, traded to another team, or is he going to sit the entire season, Jocko?
Well, having never held out, we should probably start with Milt, who has held out in his CFL career. But I'm going to say that he's going to get traded because I believe there's just too much bad blood right now. I think they can trade him, let some other team pay him what he wants to get paid for 1 year, move him along.
No, he's sitting the entire season. He's going to stand his ground and say, hey, you guys don't want to pay me or treat me right, I'm going to wait until I can go to the NFL. If Lindsey Lamar keeps doing what he's doing, they won't ask him back anyway.
Milt, they have been treating him right. The reason he's had success is because of the Hamilton Ticats. He's coming back. He's going to get emotionally frustrated. You're going to see him back in a Hamilton uniform.
The last guy to return a kick for a touchdown in the CFL, September 2011, Chris Williams. Second down, what milestone has the best chance to happen this season? Is it A, Canadian rushing record following again? Quarter set the record last year. Chad Owens going for 4,000 all-purpose yards, a 1,000-yard rushing and receiving running back, or Calvillo with a consecutive touchdown record, which is right now 34. Schultz.
I think it's going to be the rushing record because you only need to average 81 yards to achieve the number that John Cornish did, 1,457 yards. That record could be broken. Who knows, by John Cornish again, perhaps.
Well, I'm going to say C, 1,000-yard rushing, 1,000-yard receiving by a running back. Two guys, Andrew Harris and Corey Sheets. I think both of these guys can do it. Great running backs are also nightmare matchups for any linebackers trying to cover them.
Boy, that would be a tall order, but an incredible one if you could achieve that. I'm going to go with Calvillo breaking the record because, you know, this is a guy in his 100 last games, 86 of them he's thrown for a touchdown. With the receiving core he's got this year, I believe he can go another 17 games throwing touchdown passes, and that would give him the record. I like his chances.
He's at 18 right now. The record is mentioned, 34 by Sam Echeverry. Speaking of Calvillo and the Alouettes, they win on Thursday night in the CFL season opener. 38-33 was the score of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Based on what we saw from the Owls, are they going to be the front runners in the East yet again? Schultz, yes or no?
No, I don't think so. I think they got a long way to go. You allow 33 points. It means that your football team has to improve on defense. I say no.
I say no also. I think this team goes as AC goes. He's not the AC of old. They can still be the front best team in the East, but they won't have it wrapped up like they used to.
Every year, people think the string has got to end for the Alouettes, and every year they surprise people. I think the Alouettes can still get it done. All you have to do is look at that receiving core, the running back, and the quarterback on that football team, and you know they have a chance to win each and every night. I think they're going to be a front runner again.
Pretty good start, and congrats to Dan Hawkins getting his first win as a head coach in the CFL. Last night we had 71 points on the scoreboard at Investors Group Field. There's 56 on the board already at the half in Toronto. This is Friday Night Football.
It's Friday Night Football, yeah! Boys are all here gonna put on a show. Say get ready to go, yeah!
31-25, the Ticats lead after the opening half of play. Here is Toronto quarterback Ricky Ray with our Matthew Chinetti.
Ricky, despite the score, were you pleased to see how effectively the offense played in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, we did some good things out there, had some big plays. It's just about trying to keep some of those other drives going, converting those second downs, and keeping the ball.
What was the message going into halftime?
It's a long game. I mean, we're in a tough battle, and just stay together, trust each other out there, and come out and play a good second half.
Excellent, Ricky. Thanks.
Well, Scott Milanovich was concerned when we spoke with him yesterday about the effect of all the celebrations before a game and all the talk about last year's Grey Cup win. He really does want to put that in the rearview mirror. He won 2 as a assistant coach for the Montreal Alouettes, and Mark Trestman was very big on that idea of putting the past accomplishment in the past. How about this for the opening half, Matt? No sacks, no turnovers.
I can't believe you're going there.
Just a lot of offense.
I can't believe you're going there.
Ken Austin says, I love this league.
Yeah. I mean, this is great, but you just jinxed it. It could be like a 3-0 score in the second half.
There's no such thing as jinxes.
We've seen it happen.
Matt, you know there's no such thing as jinxes.
We've seen it happen, Gord.
Ken Austin was saying to us yesterday, the one difference he's noticed in the league, being out for 5 years and coming back, is how different teams are defensively. How the schemes defensively are so much more advanced than they were. Lindsey Lamar bobbles that kick at the 5-yard line. And now moves his way ahead. Here he comes again. Lamar across the 40-yard line and finally brought down on a shoestring tackle by Jermaine Gabriel. And meantime, Toronto kicker Swayze Waters is down at the 43-yard line.
Oh, this is not good.
And that's right off the kick.
Yeah, it looks like, oh, it's his groin. He's grabbing the inside of his leg, tells me it's his groin.
So the Argos did sign Noel Prefontaine, the longtime CFL player who's on their practice roster. Of course, he can't play in this game tonight, but he has been in uniform this week. The hope was he'd be insurance in case Waters struggled, but this is more than struggling. And now the question would be, who would kick for Toronto?
Yeah, it's typically, I know those athletes down there, everybody thinks they can kick the ball. But it's a little bit different. Kicking off, kicking field goals, a lot of bullets are flying, but it doesn't look like Swayze Waters is going to be able to kick the football for quite some time, because those groins, there's a lot of torque being put on them when you're hammering a football like he is.
So Spencer Watt, the wide receiver, is a emergency kicker. There's Noel Prefontaine in the blue t-shirt in the background, working with him on some kicking. So
it's damage control now, and it's
well, this is everything, right? It's kickoffs, it's punting, it's going after, it's everything.
And this is the CFL. We've expanded our rosters from 42 to 46. With 4-man reserve, but there's only 42 dressed, and
now first down for the Ticats, and Burris is once again looking over the top. The pass incomplete for Gable, as he was covered on the play by Pat Watkins. So a wide open first half produces some big numbers. Henry Burris, 3 touchdowns, 207 yards. Andy Fantuz, 112 yards receiving, and Lindsey Lamar, 104-yard kickoff return for a touchdown.
He's been phenomenal. All 3 of those guys in your screen have been fantastic in the first 30 minutes of play.
And all of this happens in the shadow of Chris Williams, their elite punt returner, their top receiver from last year, sitting out in a contract dispute. Now Burris fires again. The pass is caught. And once again, it's Greg Ellingson who makes the reception as he gets down to the Toronto 35-yard line for a pickup of 27 yards.
Yeah, you watch Ellingson, and it's a nice route, but I'm watching what's happening in the. He adjusts, flips his head and his shoulders as Henry spots the football out there where nobody was. But what Burris did to make that happen, stepped up in the pocket, moved to his left, bought himself some time, and then strong-armed it to a dart to Ellingson.
4 catches for 92 yards for Ellingson in his CFL debut. Now the play fake on first down. And Burris is going to run and slides down to about the 31-yard line.
Yeah, this is a play before I was talking about Henry. Watch what he does to make this happen. Toronto trying to bring pressure with 6, steps up in the pocket, slides, and then strong arms it. That's pretty. He's been doing it for a while. It's his 15th year, like 45,000 yards, lighting it up, making it look easy. Really in his prime right now.
Now 2nd and long. Here comes the rush, and the pass is over the head of Gable. And that'll bring up 3rd down for the Ticats, but at this stage, with kicker Swayze Waters injured on the sideline for Toronto, every point is a big one for Hamilton.
Yeah, you heard Ricky Ray say that we want to continue those drives and finish those drives, and that's going to take on even more importance when your kicker's out of it, because it's not a surefire field goal if you haven't put those up on the board.
And a 40-yard try for Luka Kanji. And Kanji puts it through, so the Ticats extend their lead back up by 9 early in the 3rd quarter. Argo kicker Swayze Waters being worked on the Toronto sideline. Here's Matthew Chinetti with more.
Guys, as you can see, Swayze's getting inside of his right thigh worked on, and as that's happening, he's been grimacing quite a bit. But just nearby him, Spencer Watt has been trying some place kicks, and also Dontrell Inman, the receiver, has also been working with Chad Rempel for some punts. So it's going to be interesting to see what the Argos do now in special teams with their kicker obviously in some discomfort.
Now 1st down for the Argos, and Ray is up and throwing. He has a man, Spencer Watt. The pass caught down to the 25-yard line. The tackle made the play by Ricardo Coakley, but not before. The gain is 50 yards on the play.
And this is a domino effect of what's happened with D. Webb. He got injured in the 1st half. He's out of uniform. He's standing on the line. He's standing on the sidelines. And so what happens is Ricardo Coakley, who is now right here, he is playing a halfback spot for D. Webb. Simone Lawrence comes in for him at linebacker, and now you got your Sam linebacker covering Watt, and that's a mismatch, and they go to it right away. It's like a shark smelling blood. They attacked and made it happen.
Here they come again on 1st down. Ricky Ray to the end zone to Barnes. Again on Coakley the coverage, and the pass is incomplete.
Again, attacking that weak link, so to speak, in the defense and the change in the secondary. Coakley's got to move out to the halfback spot to cover up for Webb, and then Simone Lawrence comes in. Ball's a little late there. Ricky will want that one back, but they're attacking what they feel right now is a weak link in that secondary.
Probably had it too. Second down from the 25-yard line. And Ray throws underneath this time to Dury, and Andre Dury wrapped up on the play on a terrific defensive stop for Hamilton. Eric Harris stops Dury for a gain of 5, and now on 3rd down, what do the Argos do?
Yeah.
Waters is up trying to walk it off.
They're not even thinking about it.
They're going to have to go for it on 3rd down.
So all kinds of adjustments are happening from the domino effect on Hamilton's side. We see this happening on the offensive side for Toronto because Swayze Waters' injury. But I'll get to the other domino effect happening on the Hamilton side right now.
There goes Ray looking to the end zone. The pass is caught. Touchdown, Spencer Watt.
This is the residual effect of what happened with D. Webb being out of the lineup. Not only does Coakley have to go to the halfback spot, and they pick on that, but they have to take Markeith Knowlton, who starts as a Will, and he's playing Sam. Now he goes to Sam Langer's spot, and they pick him out of the pack, and they're going to work on him. Played a position he hasn't played for almost 2 years because he was hurt a lot last year. He plays Will during the preseason. He's bumped to Sam because Simone Lawrence comes in, goes to Will. And the Toronto Argonauts did everything right there to pick on the weak link of the Hamilton defense with all the adjustments that they had to make.
So Spencer Watt much happier to make a third down touchdown catch as opposed to trying a third down 25-yard field goal.
Absolutely, that worked out beautifully for him.
I might gamble on 3rd and 5 more often.
Yeah, and here's Markeith right here. He's playing Sam, and that's who they're going to try to dictate to. And little motion here to get the match and leverage. Marquise on the inside. They have leverage to the outside now. Ball spotted out there. Not a pretty throw, but certainly an effective one because Markeith is on the inside. Watt catches to the outside. Quick 6.
And by Sam, you mean?
Strong side linebacker. Look at that. Leverage. You got him. He's on the inside. Just run away from him. Let Ricky spot it out there. That's what they do. That's easy. But that's taking advantage of just one injury and the domino effect had on that Hamilton defense.
And as a quarterback, when you come on the field, you know right away when someone's out.
Yeah, and you know when a guy's hurt, when a guy's out, whose spot is, and well done, well executed. Scott Mlinovich, Ricky Ray all over it.
So the Argos creep a little closer as Spencer Watt and company out the back of the board. So Spencer Watt, who did not catch a touchdown pass last year for Toronto, has one and now gets the unique distinction of having to kick the point after he scored, which I think is a rule change you should adopt. You should have to do this.
You're like going back to the real rugby rules, where all of this originated from.
There's the spot, and there's the kick.
Hey, yeah, no why that was just step and kick.
Little punch 9-iron.
That's nice, Davey. That's nice.
You know, point afters are kind of perfunctory plays, Matt. Let's make them interesting. Make the guy that scored kick it.
Perfunctory? Really? Yeah, this is beautiful. That's leverage. Just a little switch movement there, pre-snap by the number 2 and 3 receiver to the field. Watt says thank you.
I got 6, and I'm going to make it 7.
And I can do this.
Let's see.
That's pretty ugly, but effective. I like the rule change. Go back to the rugby things.
Yeah, you know what? Whoever scored has to kick the point after.
Yes.
It was the most grueling single point that Scott Mlinovich has had to watch as the head coach of the Argonauts.
First thing that comes to mind when you say that rule change and what you're suggesting, I think of Ryan Bompton from the Montreal Alouettes, the big offensive lineman that sometimes is in on pass plays and scored a few touchdowns last year. I'd like to see him do that.
So now Watt's going to have to kick off as well.
Somebody else is putting on the tee for him. That's awkward. No, that's Robinson.
That's the fullback.
That's
Alexander Robinson.
He teed it up for him. That's weird. You never see a kicker have somebody else tee it up like that. Look at that.
Not a bad kickoff. Now the 20-yard line. And there's Lindsay Lamar. Wrapped up on a good defensive play by Jonathan Hood.
Have you ever seen such a thing?
Spencer Watt's like a Swiss Army knife. He's doing it all for the Argonauts.
It's like I'm bagged right here. I'm really put out. They have me do this. I can't even catch my breath.
And Swayze Waters heading rather to the Toronto locker room. So
I was watching him kick the football before the game and during preseason. He's got such a powerful leg. Hate to see that happen.
So you saw Michael O'Shea, the special teams coordinator for Toronto, talking to Spencer Watt. He'll be a much busier man than he thought. Now Burris with the give to Gable, and Burris tries to throw a block. Gable still going and fights his way close to a first down out to the Hamilton 48-yard line. So the Ticats up by 2 with 9:15 to go on the clock running in the third quarter. And there's the Rhino formation again for Hamilton. It's unmistakable.
We were doing that up here in the booth, weren't we?
Well, I was making fun of you for doing it. What did you used to call it? Elephant?
Whatever. Fat guys.
Give me some fat guys.
I was talking to one here at halftime, Miles Garrell.
Second and very short. And Burris dives his way ahead for a Hamilton first down. And Henry Burris had a dynamite year last year, as you mentioned, for the Ticats. 43 touchdown passes, led the Canadian Football League. He was a career best 5,300 yards for Hamilton. That was nearly 300 more than he ever thrown in a season.
That's not a complimentary or flattering picture of Henry there.
That's his game face, man.
This is linebacker face. He's always smiling. His nickname's Smiling Hank. He's one of the most approachable guys in the CFL and has been for well over a decade.
Now Burris throws to Bakari Grant, and Grant down to the Toronto 51-yard line. The ball came free, but after the play had been called, it'd be another Hamilton first down. And Henry Burris, like so many, concerned about what happened in Calgary last week with the horrible flooding there. Henry still has a house there. His family's still there. And he, like so many of us, sending our best to the folks in Alberta who have been struggling with the loss of property and, more importantly, the loss of life. So Henry thinking about his friends and neighbors back home, as are we. On first down, Burris again. Andy Fantuz with a catch. It's thrown down by Jalil Carter.
This is like practice right now for these offenses, just going to work on these defenses. And sooner or later, attrition's going to be coming into play here. We already see it happen in the domino effect with the Ticat defense. I'm keeping a close eye on that. We've seen just one guy go down and triggered 4 different field changes on the player changes on the field.
One of the officials even got hurt in this game.
And on the Chad Cackard long touchdown run, Rob Skaggs, side judge, went down, and the officiating crew's down to 6 right now.
Here's Gable on the carry, busts into the Toronto defensive backfield. Now the tackle finally made by Robert McEwen, but not before a gain of 12 yards and another Hamilton first down. C.J. Gable, the 25-year-old.
Yeah, this double tight formation. You can see all the people down the line of scrimmage. You got 7 offensive linemen, and they're just they're basically zone blocking there, man on man. And find a crease, and C.J. does the rest. It's a good job moving the big boys out of the middle.
Now Lamar with a carry, and Lindsay Lamar tries his luck. And gets inside the 30, down to the Toronto 27-yard line. So Lamar and Gable will be the tandem backs who will, for now, take the place of Siobhan Walker. And Lamar will also replace, for now, Chris Williams. And we mentioned a contract dispute, as you see an enraged Khalif Mitchell, no addition to the Argo defensive line.
But he's not liking getting blown off the football like he has the last couple of plays. And
should make the point, Chris Williams has a contract with the Ticats.
Yes.
Is asking it to be
nullified.
Yes. Now Burris with all kinds of time down the goal line. The pass is incomplete for Ellingson. And that'll bring up third down. I want to call him James Ellingson. Remember the Duke? He used to play for the Ottawa Rough Riders?
I do.
Same number, I think, too.
Good ball player. That's a killer nickname.
That bump by Brandon Isaac there on the coverage. So a 34-yard field goal try for Luka Conjik.
You know, I talk about defenses being a little tired at this point. I can almost see it in Ellingson there, 82. He's getting a pretty good taste of what this game's all about as a receiver in this league. Getting tired.
Conjik off the upright. Chance to make it a 5-point lead, but it remains just 2. D. Webb, one of several players for both sides on the sidelines. Here's Matthew Chinetti with some updates for him.
Guys, towards the end of the first half, I saw Dean Webb pull up a bit lame, holding his right hamstring. As you can see, he's out of pads, and the Ticats say he is out with a hamstring injury. And I'm also beside defensive lineman Marc-Antoine Fortin, who has ice on his right knee. He does not look in a very good humor, and he most certainly will not be getting back in the game.
Argos start first down at their own 25-yard line. Ray leaves that pass to Jason Barnes, and Barnes thrown down close to the line of scrimmage. It'll be no gain and second down, Toronto. Ricky Ray got up to a slow start for Toronto last year, trying to
learn an offense.
Learn a new offense under head coach Scott Milanovich and new teammates. But by the end of the season, they were cooking.
Best in the league at the end of the year, when he had to be, when they needed him the most.
Second down, Ray fired the pass, caught by Curry for a first down to the 38-yard line.
That goes from the practice field to the game field. You watch them do that rep after rep after rep from one session of practice to another, and then they come out here, rely on the big boys to do it for real, to give them some time, and Ricky steps in and finds Andre in a little dig, 7 route, crossing route, puts it on the money, move the chains.
Ricky Ray saying to us yesterday that of all the players he got to learn last year, Andre Dury surprised him the most. Not how good he was, but how tough he was, making catches over the middle. And there's another catch for Dontrell Inman and a gain of 9.
And I think what goes into making him so tough is he works so hard, and so it's harder to give up on things and to quit on things. Quit's not in his vocabulary because he works extremely hard. Him, Cackard, Owens are some of the hardest working guys on that football team, or I've seen, period. And it shows in their play and how determined they are to be successful.
Dury's career was almost ended in university, a knee injury at York that seemed almost certain to end his football playing days.
He ascended a piece on that, and it was just phenomenal where he's come from and what he had to go through to get back on the playing field and be able to produce and play at a high level like that is absolutely inspiring.
Third-string quarterback Zach Collaros comes in on short yardage for Toronto, gets the first down. There's a flag down on the play.
Offside. Hamilton on the defensive line. 5-yard penalty. First down.
So, Gord, you talk about how hot it was in here. You know, the rain and the roof's closed and how hot and sticky it is. You can see its effects on the football players. And you know, obviously, a 6-man crew now with the officials on the field. It's taking its toll out there. And this is going to be a war of attrition here from here on out.
2.5 to go in the third quarter. First down, Toronto on its own 53-yard line. And the carry goes to Andre Dury. He's wrapped up quickly as Marquette Knowlton got a hand on him. A gain of 1 for Toronto.
See, that's a series that they like to go to every now and then, and they have in the package because you get different matchups. Because you don't have Cackard in the lineup, or if you do, you take him out, takes a linebacker out of the box when he comes out of the backfield, and Dury can still be a back running into the backfield and really puts the defense on its heels. Hamilton did a nice job there of shutting that down.
Cackard back in there now on 2nd and 8. Ray throws, and Spencer Watt wrapped up. The pass is incomplete as Delvin Breaux gets in there to break it up, and Breaux in his CFL debut, making quite an impression for Hamilton.
Yeah, he's finding out just how difficult and how long and how much running you have to do out here, because he took a trip to the locker room earlier and he's back out here. I don't know if he had to get an IV or what, but well, that's good timing, good play, stopping that drive.
And so now Inman on to punt. A low tumbling kick that bounces down to the 20-yard line. And the return up to the 30, a 36-yard punt. And a return of 5 as the Argos keep improvising. There is Delvin Breaux. Prior to the game tonight, you can see a series of surgical scars up and down his neck. And with more on that, here's Matthew Giannetti.
Guys, Delvin Breaux's story is inspiring this entire Ticats team. This is a player who back in a high school football game in 2006 had 3 vertebrae seriously injured so bad that a doctor told him he could have died on the field. And after over 5 years of recovery, he now knows how hard it is to get to work towards what he wants to do, from construction work to semi-pro football to the Arena League, and now here to the CFL. I talked to Jamel Johnson yesterday, and he told me when you know a story like that, you see how hard a guy's working, you want to have his back. Guys?
Breaux was considered one of the top high school recruits, had agreed to go to LSU, and then that injury ended his college career. He never did go to LSU. and has now found his way back into pro football. After a little walk friendly, the Ticats take over their own 18-yard line. Burris fires. Andy Fantuz with a catch and a first down out to the 30-yard line. And what a game Andy Fantuz is having to kick off the 2013 season.
I say get used to it, because this is coming, because he feels so comfortable in this offense. He's not thinking out there, he's just reacting, and Henry's loving it. And he called it. Henry said he called it. He's going to have a tremendous year, because he absolutely is just flying around out there full speed. And he's teaching. He's in a big teacher role, teaching all the other receivers the nuances of offense.
8 for 132 for Fantuz so far tonight. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ticats lead by 2. And now Burris throws underneath. And he's got John Delahunt, the fullback, with the catch. And Delahunt tripped up as he gets to the 37-yard line, a pickup of 7.
Kind of reminded me of Lee Knight back in the day for the Ticats. You know, not a lot of wiggle in his giddy up, but he's straight ahead big boy, you know, and brings a load and goes about 250. DB's better hit him low. They're thinking about touching at all. That's a load. And he's just getting started. He's a baby. He hadn't even grown up yet.
Second and short for the Ticats. Burris to throw, has a man, and has a first down as Ellingson makes the grab and gets to the 43-yard line. Jamie Robinson there on the tackle. So the third quarter has come to an end, one in which the Argos lost their kicker, had to gamble on third down. Spencer Watt makes the touchdown catch and then puts the cherry on top by kicking the point after. This team down by 2 with 15 to go. And here are the numbers through 45 minutes of play, and really the offensive numbers remain dramatic as nearly 600 yards in total offense, actually more than 600 yards in total offense in the game so far. Still haven't seen a turnover in the football game yet, and the Argos had to gamble on third down when their kicker got injured. But with Swayze Waters out, Matt, you got to think that the Argos aren't going to be able to count on threes. They need 6.
Absolutely they do, and I don't know about your math, Gord, but there's about 750 yards of total offense there.
Well, not my specialty, no.
Interesting aspect of this game, you know, when people have to step up when people go down, and I can tell you, it's changed a lot of things out here. I think it's actually made it easier on the Argonauts cover units because Swayze Waters is not punting the football 80 yards down the field. The lanes aren't spread out as far, and they don't have to cover as far, and they just kind of shut down the return game from Lindsey Lamar, which, you know, with Spencer Watt in there kicking off and punting. An interesting aspect of special teams going on right now for the Argonauts.
Ray Jones had that pass one hop in front of him. And it'll bring up second down. So the Ticats missed a chance late in the third quarter to make it a 5-point lead when Luka Kanji banked one off the upright.
I think he overkicked that ball too, Gord. Didn't need to kick it that hard. Spot it through there and put 3 on the board. Tried to power it through.
Now Burris fires, Fantuz the catch and a first down to the Toronto 53-yard line.
I'm up here clapping, Gord, because that was perfection. Watch the heat of the number 1. Fantuz going up there, zone coverage. Pop, snap, delivered right on the money. You can see Burris, watch Burris's angle from this point. Watch this. Looks him off, plants, stop. Woo, he's having fun out there.
He can still sling it, huh?
He can still sling it.
Who has the best arm in the league?
You're looking at him right there.
First down in Argo territory. Burris flushed out and throws, and he's got Shagir, who dives ahead of the 46-yard line. Tackle made by Pat Watkins.
Yeah, I can tell by Henry, there's just his body movements and what's going on, how relaxed he is there. He's doing everything but sweeping the floors right now. He's in the zone. It's fun to watch. 2 guys at this level play this style of football, wide open, chewing on defenses that are depleted because of injury. It's going to be a long 13 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
Now the pass batted down, the ball loose. This being treated like a live football as Fantuz is back to pick it up. That appeared to be an incomplete pass, and that's what Burris is saying. And it is ruled an incomplete pass. So much ado about nothing on that 40-yard chase for the football.
Yeah, Cleo Lang gets right in here. I think he's right in this spot right here. He's just get his hands up, get a decent push. Kind of getting Henry's kitchen sink a little bit. Here he comes, number 90. Draft pick last year, signed him this year. He went back, finished his school in his last year. Comes back and really high hopes on him, boy. Lost basically the entire defensive line this year. Either they cut him, released him,
or they went to free agents.
Or they went to free agent or in National Football League in Armstead's case. They're really happy with the people they found, though. I think it's going to be a strong point of their football team. Although it doesn't look like it tonight, I think they can be.
Josh Bartell back to punt. And Chad Owens stands at the 5-yard line to receive it. High kick to Owens. Pitch his way ahead, beats the first wave, and here comes Owens out across the 20 and out to the 26-yard line. The flying Hawaiian with a 19-yard return, and the Argos with decent field position thanks to CO2.
Coming down the stretch in Toronto, I want to remind you that Game 2 of our Friday night doubleheader is in Calgary. Drew Tate to the Stampeders against the Lions, a rematch of last year's West Final. Gord?
Ricky Ray and the Argos start first down from their own 26-yard line, down by 2 with 12 to go in the fourth quarter. Flags are down, and the pass is complete to Chad Owens for a first down out to the 38-yard line. Now, Swayze Waters has emerged from the Toronto dressing room. The question would be, could he possibly come back and kick? He's on the bike trying it.
My opinion, not a chance.
Is there
Offside.
one kick?
Toronto, number 2. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
So Owens was offside, and that negates his catch and moves the Argos back to their own 21.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. Anticipating it's a groin injury, knowing the torque he's got to put on that, a pull could become a complete tear in a heartbeat, and he could lose it for the season.
Now fire again to Owens. The ball comes loose. He's going to catch and a fumble. And the officials conferring, and they're ruling no catch.
See 35, Don Cousins running in there saying no catch. And remember, they're down to a 6-man crew.
It's an incomplete pass. Second down.
No hesitation here by the
And
six-man
now
crew.
the Argos are throwing the challenge flag out. They're going to say Owens caught this and was down. They might have a point.
Yeah, and Chad starts pointing right away, like I caught it and I'm down right here. There's a good look at Jason Moss and Mike and Scott Milanovich right there. Some of the offensive brain trust.
Toronto was challenging the ruling of an incomplete pass on the play. We'll review it.
So looking for a very narrow ruling here of a catch and no fumble.
Yeah, I mean, it puts him into, I believe, a 1st and 10 situation as opposed to 2nd and 15. That's gonna be a tough one. You know, does he have possession long enough? And then the ball comes out because he's down. He's already down here.
He's down. So what's your
then
call?
He touches there.
What's your call?
I'm gonna say the ruling on the field stands.
I'm gonna say it's a catch.
Okay. Because you're a betting man. But I showed you. Here it is live, and it happens pretty quickly. There it looks like a catch. The ball comes out. Slow motion.
So Glenn Johnson now comes out, and we'll get the call. You want to take it back?
No, I'm going with my final answer.
After review, the ruling on the field stands. It's an incomplete pass.
Booyah! Matt is on the board. 1-0. We'll keep a tally, Gord, this year because we're doing a few more games together, which is a good thing.
Why am I arguing with a Hall of Fame?
Matty 1, Gord Miller nothing.
Not the first time we've seen that score. So now it's 2nd and 15 from the 20-yard line. And the Argo challenge unsuccessful. Ray with time, looks over the top, and the pass is incomplete for Inman. And there on the coverage was Delvin Breaux, and there's a flag down to midfield. Delvin Breaux has had a pretty interesting CFL debut tonight.
Yeah, he's learning. His learning curve is huge right now. But from up here, my vantage point, I thought this was an uncatchable ball. But there's definitely contact and pulling of the jersey right there. But it looks like uncatchable ball at that point. These guys.
Forward pass interference. Hamilton, number 27. It'll be first down at the point of the foul.
It's a 29-yard penalty. That gives the Argos a first down at their own 50-yard line.
That's a tough one. Remember, this crew on the field have been doing a great job all night long. Down one man. Rob Skaggs is side judge. Hurt himself. Chad Cackert touchdown.
And now here's Cackert again. Dives ahead. Jamal Johnson with a tackle on him. And as the Argos move into field goal range, here's Swayze Waters trying it. It was not an inspiring attempt.
He's afraid to let it loose because if he does, he knows he can hurt himself more. I just don't know. That's what they're doing, Gordon. You hit the nail on the head. Does he have one more left in him? It's just at the end of the year, the Grey Cup, you would think that they'd risk that. But I know this is an important win for each team. If it comes down to that, well, I think you change your plan and try to go for it.
Now Ray with time throws to Barnes, but he is wrapped up by James Patrick. And the gain is 4. That'll leave the Argos well short of a first down. And that means that likely Dontrell Inman will have to punt. And Inman does remain in to go back and kick it. His first one wasn't bad, 36 yards.
Watch the cover teams from Toronto because he doesn't kick a ball like Swayze Waters. He doesn't get the hang time, doesn't get the distance. I think it actually helps the coverage unit running down there because they don't have to get out in their lanes too much. They don't have to certainly cover the spot.
And it flips it down there to the 27-yard line. The ball is loose. And able to hang on to it was Lindsay Lamar. A 28-yard punt that time, but there's no return. Ticats with the ball. We come back. The CFL on TSN is brought to you by GMC Sierra. We are professional grade. Ticats start at their 29-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They're up by 2. Four-man rush. Burris throws, and once again, Andy Fantuz with a catch. Dives out close to the first down yardage. He picks up 9 yards.
And what incredible 50 minutes of play we've seen from Andy Fantuz in game 1 of the 2013 season. It's been everywhere. Making plays, going up for him, going down for him low, making people miss, getting those extra tough yards, moving the chains, going into the middle of traffic, going deep over the top.
Burris over 300 yards passing in the game, and half of them have been to Andy Fantuz.
Half?
Half.
That's fantastic.
Well, he's 308, and Fantuz has 155.
You're getting better. You passed that test, Gord.
Get better every day. That's my mantra. Get better every day.
He's averaging 15.4 yards a catch. Seems like he's caught 20 balls scored, not 10.
It's actually 50.3%. First down, Hamilton from its own 40-yard line. And Burris throws. The pass was tipped. And on the play, Toronto's Shane Horton thought he should have squeezed it. The pass ball is incomplete for Gable. Shane Horton, another first-year man in the Toronto defense, out of USC, number 27.
Yeah, and he's right here. He's going to drop back, and he's going to get in the lane where Henry Burris is going to try to throw the football. Watch. And then he jumps up. Oh, just not jumping, because that's C.J. Gable's catching that ball if he didn't get his hand on it.
Second and 10 for the Ticats from their 40. Here comes the blitz. Burris fires. The pass is in behind Jaguar. It'll be third down for Hamilton.
I'm telling you, watching these players go on and off the football fields, particularly defensively, they just look gassed right now. Just gassed. Hands on their hips.
Well, you played near that. This is a sweltering hot building.
Absolutely. Absolutely it is. Ken Austin urging his guys to get off the field. And they're having a tough time doing just that because they're gassed.
High punt by Bartell. Drives Owens back to his 25-yard line. Up the sidelines comes Chad Owens. And goes out of bounds at the 40. Ken Austin's back in the CFL as the head coach. Sometimes it's a struggle. The sack tally brought to you by Purelator, tackling hunger across Canada. Check. These were the two worst teams at sacking the quarterback in the CFL last year. Toronto dead last at 27, and neither has a sack tonight. On a sweltering evening in Toronto, the Argos take over. First down at their own 39-yard line. Under 8 to go in the fourth quarter, down by 2. On the play fake, Ray looks over the top for Andre Durr. He's got it. Andre Durr with the first down and more. Down to the Hamilton 39-yard line. A pickup of 32 yards for number 32.
Pre-snap recognition, they had the formation of defense they wanted. Ricky Ray was all he could do to contain himself because he knows that Dury is climbing over the defense in a soft spot where nobody's at based on the formation and pre-snap reads. Ricky just feathers it out there. Kind of like my toss to Milt Stiegel last night, opening up that Investors Group field, feathered it in there because I didn't want to make Milt look bad. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful throw. Nice play.
On first down, Ray fires again. Chad Owens with a catch, another first down to the 25-yard line. Gain of 14.
Yeah. Ray's feeling it. He's got a little rhythm going. Hadn't scored here in a few minutes. Yeah, questionable late hit, too. Yeah, you watch this, and ball's out. That right there is uncalled for.
Got belted by Terrence Moore.
Can't believe they didn't call that on one of our featured quarterbacks. That's one that might be marked.
First down for the 25-yard line. The play fake, and Ricky Ray has to run across the 20. Gets down to the 19-yard line for a gain of 6. Of course, Ricky Ray injured last year in that game against Montreal and missed 4 games. The Argos won 1 of them.
Yeah, not the same team without 15 in there. Not a lot of experience behind him. And Trevor Harris and Zach Collaris. But this is that situation. 2nd and 4. Is this 2-down territory now, or do you put Spencer Watt in there and try to let him kick if you don't get anything?
Or does Waters have 1 try in him? Right now, it would be a 27-yard field goal attempt. Ray throws. Owens a catch. He'll move the sticks. Jump up the sidelines. Finally steps out at the 10-yard line. So the drive continues as Chad Owens picks up 10 to the 10.
Yeah, just playing too far off. Chad Owens sees it, so does Ricky Ray. Tight rope down the sidelines. Just a little piece of that leather on there.
Owens approaching 100 yards receiving in the game tonight. First and goal from just inside the 10. Ray throws in, and it's intercepted. Inmans is injured on the play.
I think he's just gassed and disgusted with himself for not coming up with that. Ricky Ray is also disgusted with his decision there. A little pressure in his face, but he never saw Ryan Hines fall back underneath Inman. Inman did a nice job. I think Inman had given up on the play a little bit. His little left arm, forearm shiver kind of knocked that ball out of Ryan Hines, saved them a possible scoring opportunity.
Second and goal from the 9. Ray back to the end zone. Inman the catch, but out of bounds. Argos celebrate. They're calling it a touchdown. Ticats arguing vociferously, but Inman with a reception. And what is, for now, a touchdown. And Ken Austin already has his hand on the yellow flag. The Argos trying to get the ball down quickly. Waters is out to try the point after. Scoring plays are all reviewed. Did he get the heel down?
The previous play is under review.
So they're going to review it. Where did his heel wind up?
That's the whole toe heel thing, right? He gets the toe in. And when the heel would come down naturally, it'd be out of bounds. We went over this one a couple years ago, and receivers work for this particular catch relentlessly in order to perfect this, to get their toe down inside the score zone, the end zone.
So the play being reviewed at the CFL Control Center.
Beautiful pitch
Now
and
the
catch.
call on the field was touchdown. It was late, but it was touchdown.
Ken Austin.
And you see
Never
Jim Barker,
challenged it.
Jim Barker, the GM, talking to Milanovic, who's saying it's close.
Take another look at it.
Try to blow it up here and see if we can.
You really can't see it clearly, but boy, it looked like he almost got his heel in there as well. We know the toe is in to get his heel down, his whole foot down, inbounds. Well, that is the issue.
Has to be indisputable evidence to overturn the call.
And that's not indisputable because that's not clear. You can see that.
Showing it on the big screen here as Inman's watching it, saying, oh yeah, I was in easily.
Big, tall receiver comes in about 15 pounds heavier. A lot of confidence in year 2.
And here's the call from Glenn Johnson.
The play was automatically reviewed by the command center because it was a scoring play. After review, the ruling on the field stands.
Touchdown, Toronto. The Argos have taken the lead.
Swayze Waters is on for the extra point.
So Waters comes back. So there's part of our answer. He almost missed a couple of point after tries healthy earlier in this game. And he's able to punch that through, but he's hurt. And you can see as soon as he swung his leg that Swayze Waters was in trouble.
Well, I don't know. I don't understand why he's trying this extra point when it's just a 5-point ball game. I mean, we saw Spencer Watt basically just chip shot it in there, no problem. But to me, this is the risk reward for further injury.
Right.
For Swayze Waters, that picture right there makes no sense to me for him to come out and try that extra point.
Chad Cackert and Dontrell Inman both have touchdowns tonight. That's a 6-play, 71-yard drive for Toronto. I think about 3 minutes off the clock, so with 5:01 to go, the Ticats will get the ball back.
It's a 5-point game. You know, it would have been, it was a 4-point game. The extra point makes it 5. So 4 or 5 doesn't make any difference. in my opinion, at this point in juncture of the ball game. Spencer Watt already proved he can do it. Let him do it. If you want to use him up, use him on a longer field goal for a one-shot attempt, not on a point after.
And now we've got backup fullback Alexander Robinson kicking off. And Lindsey Lamar picks his way ahead to the 41-yard line, which is where the Ticats will start with 4:54 to go after that 3-minute touchdown drive for the Argos.
Yeah, this is Ray. Pre-snap Reed knew he had it. Feathered it in there to Dury. Beautiful play, well executed. This little out route, nice timing. Owens on the other end. Owens, critical 2nd and 4 down. Moving the chains. Then the touchdown pass on 2nd down.
Now Ray has to watch Henry Burris go to work. Burris pump fake. He's off and running. Dives ahead to the 50. This close to a Hamilton first down.
5 wide coming in for Henry to work with. Saw him put that up. He was wincing a little bit with Robert McCune, one of the most muscled down linebackers in the league, coming at him. Kind of fell to the turf. Good idea, Henry. Survived to play another one.
2nd and short, and the clock running. Burris, pump fake, can't find anyone open. Now he's splashed out. Burris is in trouble. And now dives ahead. He's got a first down and scrambles out of bounds at the 52-yard line. That was a slow motion chase as Burris is being chased by defensive lineman David Lee.
And boy, you talk about making sure the defense is going to be running on fumes. You do this a couple times to the defense, they will all be sucking the paint off the field. Look at David Lee. He can barely make it to the sidelines. Burris is laughing. Marcus Ball getting his face. Come on, man.
First down from the 53. That's got to be offside against Hamilton, as Ellingson was way ahead of the play, and then Burris thrown down by Cleon Lang. Ellingson appeared to be way offside.
Decline the penalty now, take the sack.
Offside, Hamilton, number 82. That penalty's declined. 2nd down.
First sack of the game goes to Toronto's Cleon Lang. And it cost the Ticats 8 yards. Now 2nd and a bundle. Burris under pressure again, and he's dropped again. Lang was in, along with Shane Horton.
Yeah, I think
back-to-back sacks for the Argos.
I think for Cleon Lang, too. Product from Utah State.
Reached the 3-minute warning in Toronto with the Argos leading by 5. And on a night when the offenses rule, 2 big defensive plays stand out for Toronto. The CFL on TSN is brought to you by Wendy's Berry Almond Chicken Salad. Wendy's, now that's better.
Little twist up front. Mitchell and Liang doing their thing. Collapse in the pocket.
Now Chad Owens takes the punt at his 16-yard line. And Owens out across the 25, gets to the 28. And the Argos will take over there with 2:46 to go in the 4th quarter. Coming up Sunday, TSN has the NHL draft. Not just the first round, the whole enchilada. Our coverage starts at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
Legal block.
11:30 a.m. Pacific.
Toronto number 46. 10 yards. First down.
So Jason Pottinger called for the illegal block. That'll push the Argos back to their own 15-yard line. And now it's time for Hamilton's defense to make a statement.
You're looking at Jason Pottinger there on the sidelines, upset with himself. That kid 2 years ago started for the Toronto Argonauts, blew out his knee, rehabbed, and he's trying to work his way back in the lineup, but he's got Robert McCune in front of him at the middle linebacker spot.
So Lionel Steiner, Hamilton's defensive coordinator, was with the Argos last year. Ray throws, Spencer Watt the catch, and a first down out to the 28-yard line. A pickup of 13 yards.
I like what I see there, and catching the ball and knowing what he's got to do and getting away from the pursuit coming from inside out. And he just turns and gets on his horse, gets what he can and moves the chains. Spencer Watts had a heck of a night here doing jack of all trades, doing everything for the Argonauts.
Now Cackert. And Chad Cackert busts loose. Out to the 33-yard line. He's got a gain of 5. And more importantly, taking more and more time off the clock as it'll run as soon as the ball is placed.
Hamilton's bringing pressure there on 1st and 10, and they flattened him out defensively. And we saw Cackert spit through that in the first half and score a long touchdown. Almost did it again there.
Mentioned that teams now have 2 timeouts per game, but in the final 3 minutes of the 4th quarter, they're only allowed to use 1.
Okay. Speed up play.
2nd and 5. Ray throws, Owens the catch, but the tackle is made by Evan McCullough. He'll stop Owens short of a Toronto first down. Just now, what do you do?
Well, they're looking at the marker over there and away from the chains, and that one's usually a yard further ahead.
Right.
So they'll probably get a measurement here.
Chad Owens, meantime, is down on the sidelines again.
That's the bigger story.
Remember, he got hit hard in the first quarter by Delvin Breaux, so that's one question. The other question is, did he get a first down? And
he'll be about a half a yard short here.
Now what do you do? You got to gamble. You can't punt.
Here we go. Guys, it's going to be 3rd down, guys. 3rd down.
So 3rd down and a foot and a half.
Here we go.
Dontrell Inman would have to punt, so you've got to think that the percentages, Matt, would say you gamble here on 3rd down.
Yeah, well, and if Hamilton defense can make a play here, that's huge. Changes the complexion of this football game. With 1:48 on the clock, needing a touchdown, tremendous field position as opposed to allowing Toronto an opportunity to get a first down, 3 more downs, take more time off the clock. They need it right here. It's a ball game right here. They got to come up big. First of all, make sure they don't line up off sides, have a great push, and hopefully somebody squeezes through a gap and hits a running back in the backfield, but I don't think it's coming out of the quarterback's hands, so they got to be good up the middle right here.
3rd and less than a yard. And Colaros comes in for Toronto. And second effort gets him there as he dives close to the 40-yard line. A fresh set of downs for Toronto with 1:27 to go in the 4th quarter.
Yes, the push Toronto was looking for, not what Hamilton was wanting. They're trying. Believe me, they're trying because they know that's a ball game right there.
So Ray comes back in for Toronto. First down from the Argo 39-yard line. The Ticats do have a timeout to use. And here is Cackert. Limited to a gain of 2. So game number 1 of our Friday doubleheader is winding down. Still to come, Drew Tate, Travis Lulay in a rematch of last year's terrific West Division final. That's coming up next. Well, if they get any kind of show like we've had here tonight, it'll be quite a night of football. Under a minute to go now in the 4th quarter. And the clock continues to run. comes the rush, and Ray has to throw it away, and that incompletion will stop the clock with 39 seconds to go. And the Argos will be forced to punt. And it'll be Dontrell Inman, the receiver, who has to do it. One punt of 36, one of 28.
You know, as a coach, as an offense, yeah, you know, you're looking at, yeah, you're not going to. Hamilton's going to be a good field position. Plenty of time on the clock to put the ball in the end zone, but why didn't you run the football there? Keep the clock going. Take 20 more seconds. Force Hamilton to use the time. One of those situations where Lapo and I were talking about it last night in Winnipeg. If it works, great. If it doesn't, second guessing begins in a hurry.
Now Inman to kick, and here comes the rush. Off the side of his foot, way up in the air. It actually worked out not badly for the Argos. It's a 27-yard punt, but no return. So the Ticats have 30 seconds to go. A timeout remaining, and the ball at their own 43-yard line.
This is when you love to play the game as a quarterback. Ken Austin's in tune to what's happening now, and this is what it's all about.
Argos won 3 of the 4 meetings last year. Matt, the total point difference in the 4 games between Hamilton and Toronto was 11.
Hey, major, big-time rivalry. Wouldn't expect anything less.
On first down, Burris has time, looks and throws, has a man. Ellingson first down to the Toronto 44-yard line.
Yeah, just all kinds of time. Offensive line doing a nice job. People are gassed on the D-line. Henry's working with the line of scrimmage. The clock will start on the referee's whistle.
Gain was 22. Here comes the blitz. Burris throws, and the pass is complete underneath, and still moving up the sidelines. Andrea Jones down to the 13-yard line. Jones looking to make one out of bounds, but kept moving ahead. A gain of 31 yards, 9 seconds to go, and the Ticats call timeout.
Yeah, just clearing around. Basically run the same play several times. Timeout. Hamilton. Tremendous block. Tremendous block coming back. Freeing on Ray Jones. Go up the sidelines, another 20 more yards. Run the same play. Just taking different options off of that play here in the last 2 plays.
9 seconds to go. The clock will start on the snap of the football. Is there time for 2 plays now?
Oh, for sure. Time for 2 plays.
The ball is spotted at the 14-yard line. Burris flags her down, throws the screen pass, and Gable dropped it. C.J. Gable dropped the football, but the question is, what is the flag? And now, 3 seconds remain on the clock.
Oh, that was a walk-in touchdown. Perfectly called play. Ken Austin beside himself right now.
Offside. Toronto on the defensive line. It's a 5-yard penalty. We'll repeat first down.
Yeah, they got the screen. They got the right play called, and they executed it. Clear everybody out. You got 2 big boys out front.
Oh, and nothing but yard markers in front of him.
And Gable just doesn't squeeze it, and then the Ken Austin just can't believe it. You can't catch it for him, Kent. That's a frustrating part of coaching. You can put him in the right spot, they got to do it.
So it comes down to this from the 9-yard line. 3 seconds to go. And now the Argonauts may call timeout.
Timeout, Toronto.
So they want to talk it over.
As they should. Get on the same page here. Maybe take a couple more breaths.
Give it to me. Let's go. Let's go.
Talking to
Tommy Condell right now.
The offensive coordinator up there.
Toro left, 37, caddy, backside gator. Toro left, 37, caddy, backside gator.
Well, you're right in the huddle there. Tommy Condell signals down to Ken Austin, who's calling for it. He said, give it to me, give it to me. Gave it to him. He gave it to Henry. Now Henry's giving it to his boys. Now they got to go and execute. Last play.
Here you go. Burris to the end zone. Third twos. Incomplete. And Henry Burris thought there should have been a penalty. Jalil Carter was there on the coverage. And the defending Grey Cup champion, Toronto Argonauts, survive a scare at home from the Hamilton Ticats.
In a game when there's 73 points scored, you wouldn't think defenses make a big deal, but tell you what, they came up, pressured the quarterback here. Nice job by Jalil Carter, never giving up on the play. Raking Vantuz's other arm out of the picture right there. Well, that's coming up big time. Long night for the Argonauts defense, but they came up big.
Burris thought it was a catch. Austin knew it wasn't, and then Burris began the argument for a penalty call.
Milanovic knows, or what a hard-fought battle. This is any indication what the rest of the league's going to be like. Last night's game, Montreal, Winnipeg. Tonight, Toronto, Hamilton. We went for a great year.
On a back-and-forth night, a night of intrigue, big plays, and big scores, the Argos take it by a final score of 39-34. For Matt Dunnigan and Matt Manatti, I'm Gord Miller. Let's send you back to Dave Randall.